everyone, Jasper here from welcome back to a new All-Star Brawl 2 PC Thursday. And if it is the last one, go and check it out. And in this edition, we are going to be doing Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers? Manuel Pablo Gutierrez O'Brien Iguia Rivera. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we are going to be doing the Angry Beavers for this edition. This week's. I couldn't tell if Cinderella's Curse came out today because from what I saw, some say that it is coming in May, and at least in the USA, or the US, it's April 4th today. It's confusing. So I told y'all to try to correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me about it. I've been trying to count the death counts, or the kill counts, for Winnie the Pooh 2. I've been trying to count the exact number. I mean, there are definitely a lot better improvements, though. I mean, when you think about it, there's a lot of good improvements. You know what the sad thing is, though? About Piglet. Piglet barely being used in the movie. Piglet barely being used in the movie. Not even getting to see Christopher Robin. Or have a showdown with Christopher Robin. Because he got shot by those hunters before Poe and Owl took him out. Well, before Poe took him out. And those policemen that Tigger took out when the policemen went into the lair to Poe, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger's lair, and Tigger took the policemen out. Yeah, quite interesting that Christopher Robin's already gotten another, or at least from on this movie, he's already gotten another girlfriend, right? You know, that comes to save him from Poe before Christopher Robin grabs the axe and chops, or pretty much uses the axe to slam it onto Poe. And just to think that Poe is actually his brother as well, right? That, again, the missing kids, like Christopher Robin's brother, were all turned into the animals by experiment, just by doing experiments from a doctor. So, Christopher Robin pretty much killing his own brother, aka Poe, right? Just think that Christopher Robin's brother is actually on this movie is actually turned out to be Poe, and all the other kids that were taken is Tigger, Owl, Piglet, and most likely most likely Rabbit, because again at the end credits, or on one of the pictures, we see Rabbit heading towards Poe, Piglet, Rabbit, Tigger. And again, we have gotten confirmation saying that Rabbit is going to be introduced in the third installment. And of course, we do know, not just from the movie itself, but at the end of the movie, if y'all have seen people discuss it at least, they can pretty much grow their body parts back. Yeah, because Owl is really the only one that survived. And I guess we could say Tigger as well, because Tigger got wounded. Right? He got shot, but not where he would die. Most likely not. He just got wounded by Christopher. He got wounded by Christopher when Christopher Robin had the gun and shot Tigger. So he didn't necessarily die, I wouldn't say. But yeah, they're pretty much, they can grow their body parts back. You know, the guy that actually took Christopher Robin's brother and all the other children that were missing and got turned into the animals like Pooh and all of them. He pretty much said that they're able to, because, you know, they rose from the ground where they were left off, and that's how they turned into the missing kids turned into Piglet, Tigger, Owl, and Christopher Robin's brother, and Christopher Robin's brother's case, Pooh. And I would probably say that, I'm guessing that none of the kids in Christopher Robin's brother don't have control over themselves when they're in these animal forms. Right? That's what I feel. Like, I feel like they don't have control, right? Like, they lost control of their actual selves. And their animal selves taking over their real selves. That's what I would like to think. But it is good to know that their limbs are growing back, right? Because Owl grabbed Poe, and as y'all would be able to say, at the end of the movie, we see Poe sitting back on his chair in their lair, and he's growing his limbs back. He's slowly growing his head back. And I'm assuming Piglet as well, even though he got shot in the head by one of the hunters. Alright, he got shot in the head. Like I mentioned, he barely even had an appearance in the second movie. I guess you could say, in the first movie, he did so a lot more than in the second movie. Because it wasn't until, I feel like, close to the end of the movie, on the first one, where, he didn't die, per se, right? He didn't die, he just got knocked out. You would think that he would die by a giant sledgehammer hitting him in the head, but no. He didn't die somehow. And of course, Christopher Robin not able to work at the hospital with him being blamed. Which, that has to feel terrible, too. That has to feel bad, too, for Christopher Robin. Him being blamed for all the murders that are happening in their town that Poe and Piglet and Owl and Tigger have caused, right? Him being blamed for all of it. And him not being able to work at the hospital, do his job. Like, that has to be sad. I can't imagine somebody being in Christopher Robin's case where they're accused, blamed for a murder, right? I can't imagine people that are, which I am pretty sure there are probably people in real life that in this world that has had that kind of thing happen where they're accused for a murder or something that they have no proof on. So, I'm sure they can relate with Christopher Robin on this movie, since everybody, except his girlfriend and his friends and his parents, believe that he didn't do it. Even though it was his brother that killed his own family as well. Which, yeah, you gotta think about it. Christopher Robin's brother, Billy, you would say, pretty much killed their own parents just because, you know, it was Poe, but Poe is the animal version of his brother. So, you would think that. And just to think that the third installment is going to have a even bigger budget as well. I mean, yeah, the second movie had a very big budget, but a very improvement budget, I can say. But especially with the good reviews it's got, like 100 of the tomato score and the whole, I think it was 90 or something % of the audience score. That is impressive. That is impressive. And people are shocked about it too. I mean, hey, we can all say that it was that's definitely a way better improvement than this first movie. Of course. Even the makers, like the director and the team behind the first one and this movie, even said that they knew that the first movie was horrible. Even the makers of it pretty much mentioned that they knew that the first movie was horrible, or was bad. They knew that the first one wasn't that great, which is pretty funny to think that the makers, the creators, the director, the producer, you know, the team would actually go and say something like that with their own movie or their own project. Again, when it came to the first movie, I can definitely say though, definitely, I mean, you can just say it, and yeah, you can just tell that it's just from how it looks on this one, it's way better. They just look way cooler. I just love their designs. Poe, Piglet, Tigger, Owl. I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do with Rabbit and the Heffalumps, because they are planning to add Heffalumps as well and Weasels as well. They are planning to add them too, but especially Rabbit. They are planning to bring Rabbit, and of course, for people that have saw the movie in theaters. And, of course, clips are online, right? Clips are online on this, but they have also showed a teaser for the Bambi the Reckoning movie, which apparently is done filming. Yeah, apparently it took them, like, not so long to actually make the movie. But I did talk about the teaser for Bambi's movie. I did talk about the teaser in a not so long ago video. Y'all can go and check out. Y'all can go and check it out, where I talk about the teaser for Bambi's movie. I'm not sure what kind of budget they're actually using for Bambi's movie. I mean, it doesn't look, I wouldn't say from the teaser it looks terrible or anything, but it just doesn't look as good as of the budget than the Winnie the Pooh 2, I would say. You know what I mean? And of course, at the credits as well, obviously, of Winnie the Pooh 2, that are also online, because again, a lot of people have uploaded these, like, you know how people would normally just record those in the theater, in the cinemas. People have uploaded the whole credit scenes as well. And they have shown teasers for Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare and Pinocchio Unstrung as well. They showed teasers for those. And again, they're being made by the same team. By the same team. And there was another creature too, animal creature. It was all big, but a lot of people think that it might be Lumpy, right? You know, Lumpy from Winnie the Pooh. A lot of people are... I've seen some people mention that could it be Lumpy? Because it was all huge, and it looked like what Lumpy would look like. I mean, it could be one of the Heffalumps as well, but can't really point it out exactly. I'm trying to see what the score would actually be now, or if the score has changed, or how much money. Yeah, I would like to know how much money. Winnie the Pooh 2 made $500K, or is having... Oh, never mind. Hang on. No, that was the budget. Sorry. Just talking about the budget. I thought that was talking about how much money it made. Because that's what I want to know. How much money it made when it came to its release. Like, on the premiere day. I want to know how many days, or how much money this movie earned. I mean, this is from the first one, or this is the first one, but the first one made 5.2 million worldwide. Yeah, this is the first movie. It made 5.2 million. $5.2 million worldwide was the first movie. I'm still trying to see how much the sequel made. But that's how much the first one made. And no wonder there was a sequel, because of how much... Because that's an impressive amount of money. That's an impressive amount of money to be made for a movie. And I can actually be generous about that. Yes, we can also... Obviously, the first Winnie the Pooh was horrible, but the second one definitely makes it up for sure. Right? The first one, just from the budget and just how much better it just is to look at it as well. And just the well-made death scenes, too. And just bringing Owl and Tigger into the mix, too. Just makes it better. Again, y'all may have seen some of the death scenes of the movie online as well. Some of them actually looking at is just really well made. Like the girl being caught in the getting her head in the bear trap. Right? Pooh getting one of the girls' head in a bear trap. After taking her, or doing her limbs so she wouldn't be able to move. That's definitely something the first movie would not be able to do right. And just to think that Pooh is actually has a bear trap. Because again, he's a bear. And you know, bears would normally tend to avoid bear traps. But Pooh uses a bear trap as a weapon. And of course a chainsaw that's flaming. So apparently there are rumors as well. There are rumors talking about how the release date could possibly be sometime around October of this year when it comes to the streaming. You know, when it will be out for streaming. I would only imagine it will probably come to Perflix, or not, Amazon Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime, like the first movie did. Because I know the first movie came to Amazon Prime. And Peacock. It's also on Peacock as well. So I would only imagine the second one also being on Peacock and Amazon Prime when it comes out. I mean, it would make sense if they did release the movie, like, fully around Halloween. Right? Around Halloween. I can only imagine it would be perfect to release the movie on DVD and streaming on around Halloween. Because it's a movie that fits that kind of vibe. It does fit that kind of feel. And I know Bambi's movie, I'm pretty sure it's still coming in November. Yeah, I think Bambi's is coming in November still. I know they're done filming, from what I've seen. They're done filming already. And I think they're going to be heading towards Peter Pan next. And then Pinocchio. I'm pretty sure that's what I've saw. That it made... Or that they're doing Peter Pan next, and then obviously Pinocchio Unstrung. Because Pinocchio Unstrung was pretty much announced after Bambi, Peter Pan, you know, announced after them. So it only makes sense that Pinocchio would be after Peter Pan and Bambi. And I would feel like Winnie the Pooh 3 will probably be somewhere, maybe next year as well. Maybe 2026. Because we are getting that Poohniverse movie. You know, the crossover of Winnie the Pooh, Bambi, Peter Pan, Pinocchio, right? We are getting that kind of the crossover fight movie, battling like movie next year. So I can only think that the third installment will probably maybe be sometime next year also. Maybe in 2026. We know it's coming though. They confirmed it. A third movie is coming. We know they confirmed a third movie. If it wasn't obvious for what was shown in the post credits, or for the end credits, right? Showing their comeback and confirming Owl, or confirming Rabbit being brought to. If it wasn't evidence enough. I'm not sure about Ro or Kanga. If they're still alive in this universe. They could be like Eeyore, and they could have been Aiden, right? They could have been like Eeyore and got Aiden. But we do know that Rabbit is coming to join Tigger, Owl, Piglet, Pooh. So, yeah, not sure about not too sure about the not too sure about the or not too sure about it. Really, that's all I can put it. Again, still want to figure out how much money it made. Like the sequel, how much it made. when it came to the theater performances, as of right now, from the theater performances with the sequel, you know, that it was only in theaters not too long ago, right? It was only in theaters not too long ago, but it made, when it came to the worldwide box office, 19.124 dollars. That's how much it made worldwide. And then it just shows some other ones, which are pretty big too. So yeah, this pretty much good amount though that it did when it came to its time in the theater. Which I know, I have seen a lot of people hoping that they will bring it back later on in the theaters before it fully releases. They probably will. Right, they probably will release it back in theaters before they fully release the movie on DVD and on streaming services. Because I don't blame the people that want to watch this movie. I don't blame them. I mean, it's way better to look at, I can just say. Just from what you would see from the, like, different clips of the movie and stuff, and from the trailer, I can guarantee you that it just is what would be just better to look at, and just, especially how well it's done, too. Like I mentioned, the whole score itself, a very impressive score, a very, very good score. Can't remember how I switched to the other Beaver on here. I can't remember. I know there's a way to be another one. I know there's a way to be another one. The other Beaver. I just don't know how. I know I've done it before, too. I've done it before. And I am so happy that hardcore mode is finally in the previews. Yes, I am so happy that that Bedrock previews finally have hardcore mode. Like, we have been waiting for this for so long now, and now we can finally experiment with hardcore mode in the previews now on Bedrock. And of course the ominous potions too. The ominous potions and all of that is also in this preview also. No! Oh. No! I don't want to fall. Oh, I'm dead. Wow. That was... Just get killed there. Just get killed there.
Beavers. 3, 2, 1.
Do y'all want to know how many views my Winnie the Pooh video talking about, or explaining the ending? You know, explaining the ending of the sequel. Y'all wanna know how many views it got? It got 3K views and 57 likes. That is impressive. And again, that was my video explaining the ending to the sequel to Winnie the Pooh and what to expect for the third installment. Again, that is impressive. That's my second most viewed video. My first viewed video is talking about when we got the second trailer, or the official trailer for Inside Out 2, where it was showing pretty much that the new emotions could be villains, or at least anxiety, because it got 3.4K views and 24 likes. Still though, 3.4K views on my Inside Out 2 official trailer video, and 3K views on my Blood and Honey 2 ending explaining video. Like, that is amazing. I can just say, that is just amazing. I'm impressed with that. And of course, when I was actually talking about another one, when it came to Blood and Honey 2, was the trailer of when I made the trailer coming out, or releases this week update trailer now delayed. When the trailer was now delayed, you know, when it was originally going to release in January, because it was going to release in January until it got delayed to February. It got 1.K views and 27 likes. Again, definitely saying the views first, right? I think it does. I think it counts when it comes to the most viewed video, when it comes to the views, right? When it comes to the views, but still 1.9K views. On my video discussing the new screenshots of Winnie the Pooh 2 and talking about my theories of what could happen for the movie and the new poster for Cinderella's Curse, it got 1.1K views. Again, very impressive for Days though. And I appreciate them too. When I talk about Days, it gets a lot of views. I can definitely say these definitely give me a lot of views, because a lot of y'all are very interested in these things, or on Days news topics. And I am going to continue to do those too, because of how many views I get with these. Because I'm getting a lot of views with these, and that's impressive too. Right? That's impressive. So, don't worry, there are going to be more of these on the way. So, don't you worry. Don't you worry. And when I was talking about, obviously this is later down, not the most viewed like the top 3, but still pretty good viewed. Talking about the new trailer where it showed Tigger on one of the death scenes, and yeah, I got a pretty good one too. But again, my top three at least most viewed videos is, of course, the Inside Out 2 official trailer, when I was discussing and explaining the Blood and Honey 2 ending, and what to expect for the third installment, and one of my streams getting ready for the Cosmic Sake, pretty much 3 years ago, are my top 3. most viewed as of right now, of course. Those are my top three most viewed ones as of right now. That's crazy, too.
Donatello, 3, 2, 1.
Like I said, talking about Winnie the Pooh 2, or talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and all of these new universes is given a lot of likes and a lot of views. It's given a lot of views and a lot of attention as well. And that's impressive too. I am happy with that. It gives a lot of attention. It's showing that y'all are very interested in those things too. And I'm happy about that. I'm impressed and happy about that. And like I said, there will be more on the way when it comes to when we finally see what the third Winnie the Pooh is going to be about, and when we finally see more about Peter Pan's movie and Pinocchio, and more about a lot more about Bambi's, and whoever is next in the whole universe. Also talking more about Mickey, right? You know, Steamboat Willie, because it's getting its movies too, like the Return of Steamboat Willie, and Mickey's Mousetrap. So again, a lot more on the way. And again, I am impressed, and it means a lot that y'all are very interested in those types of subjects. And again, I promise you there are going to be more to come when we learn more about these types of things. And giving new theories too. Of course I will be giving theories of what I would expect to happen. There's a lot of good Disney movies that I have seen lately. Like, ones that I never seen before until recently. Like Onward. Onward was a really good movie. I really did enjoy Onward. Two brothers bonding and trying to get their dad back. Right? Trying to get their dad back to be able to spend time with him with the time that they have. Because, you know, they have a certain time limit of being able to see their dad before he disappears. Again, it's a really good movie. A really good adventure. Raya the Last Dragon, which is a review I yet to release yet. Right? I yet to release, but I have recently watched. Just haven't released what I thought of it yet. It's another good movie. I also watched The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and I watched the Tigger movie also. I watched both of those. I kind of felt bad for Tigger in the Tigger movie, just because of him just wanting an actual more Tiggers, right? More of a Tigger family. Since, you know, of his motto, the wonderful things about Tiggers, that he's the only one, right? But you actually had to feel bad for him on that movie. And it was sweet for everybody just trying to make him feel better, right? And when everybody was, even when Rabbit was looking for him, even though Rabbit really didn't want Tigger to come back, right? But when he eventually was looking for him. And yeah, just showing that all of his friends is his family. And especially how Ro considers Tigger a brother that Ro always wanted, right? How Tigger is like a brother to Ro. That's how Ro describes Tigger. Also, Brother Bear was a good movie. And again, that was one that y'all recommended that I check out. And I am glad that y'all did recommend it to me, because that was a good movie. I still yet to see the sequel, or number 2, but I did like the first one.
Squidward, 3, 2, 1.
Which that is also yet to come out. That review is also yet to come out. And of course the Tigger movie one also. Which they will be releasing on Saturday of what I thought of the movie. But I did watch those ones. I did also rewatch Bolt. Bolt is a really good one, right? I really do enjoy Bolt. I know I've seen it lots of times before, but just not in a long time. So I definitely wanted to rewatch Bolt again. I also rewatched Cars 1, which I love the Cars movies. I'm pretty sure I saw that there are rumors talking about, how Pixar is working on a new Cars movie. You know, we had the miniseries Cars on the Road, and then we had, of course, the Cars Tone miniseries also. So, but having an actual Force movie, I mean, it has been since 2017, since the third movie, at least 2017, since the third movie, and we're now in 2024. So yeah, it's been quite a bit since the last Cars movie. I mean, heck, it's been the same year for Despicable Me 4, or Despicable Me 3. Despicable Me 3 came out in 2017, and we're finally getting a Force movie this year, in July. So, it was also the same amount of long time for both of them. Long time for both movies. I also watched the second 101 Dalmatians, too. I didn't really mind that one a whole lot. I did enjoy it, but not as much as the first one. I found it a pretty good sequel. It was alright for what it was. I enjoyed it, but again, not as much as the first one. I still yet to see the whole live-action one. I also rewatched A Bug's Life. Bug's Life is one of those classics, though, right? Those are one. I feel like A Bug's Life is one of Pixar's very earliest classics, right? Movies. Something tells me it was one of their early movies, Pixar's earliest movies. I don't know why, but I always feel that A Bug's Life was one of their earlier movies, you know, before they became what they are now. Is that just me? Because I always felt like that. I always feel that. Like, let me just say, though, because I'm curious. Was A Bug's Life. Okay, so Bug's Life was Pixar's second featured. Can't pronounce that. But Length film. It was their second featured film following Toy Story. It was following Toy Story, but yeah, it was their second feature like I spelled out, film. And it was 1998. Yeah, 1998. Toy Story was 1995. So, obviously Toy Story came first. And then it said, of course, A Bug's Life was second. I knew it was somewhere like that. I knew it was somewhere up there. I mean, I knew Toy Story was up there also. Because I knew Toy Story was one of the earliest too. But I just always felt like A Bug's Life was also one of Pixar's earliest movies. And it definitely was. It was their second earliest one. It was their second earliest featured, I'll just say, film. Obviously, I spelled out what it said that I couldn't pronounce. But up there, following Toy Story, was of course first. I mean, again, I just love Toy Story. Toy Story is my favorite Pixar franchise that Pixar has done. And really any movie franchise, too. Toy Story is not just my favorite Disney Pixar franchise, movie franchise, or franchise in general, but in any movie franchise, but not just Pixar Disney, it is my favorite. And I'm so glad that they're doing a 5 in 2 years. It's releasing in 2 years from now. And again, 4 is still my favorite. 4 is still my favorite. I know a lot of people did not like 4, but 4 is my personal favorite. Apparently they're bringing out a second season of Monsters at Work, which I haven't even I didn't even finish the first season of Monsters at Work. I may have to go back and rewatch Monsters at Work start from the beginning, because it was way too long ago, and I don't really remember what happened or where I left off. So I would have to restart go back to this first episode of Monsters at Work. I know it's a sequel series. It is a sequel series because it takes place after Monsters Inc. I still do wish that we would have actually gotten the whole Monsters Inc. 2 movie, Lost in Scaradise, that was planned, right? You know, the whole Lost in Scaradise, which was the actual sequel for Monsters Inc. that was going to happen. But since the studio that was making it shut down, I know it was Circle something. I know that was the name of it, but it shut down, and of course it canceled the project. And of course there was an early thing for Toy Story 3 also, before the one that we got, that was also canceled. And it was going to be about with Woody and the gang rescuing Buzz when he started malfunctioning and being shipped to this China or Japan-like factory. So yeah, it was going to be completely different than the one that we got with the Sunnyside Daycare and Lotso. I always like seeing the early pitches and drafts on things that either sequels like Monsters Inc. 2 or the original plan for Toy Story 3, right? Like, I always like seeing stuff like that when it comes to movies or shows that had original or things that did happen, again, like Toy Story 3, but got completely changed. I mean, look at Toy Story 1. Look at Toy Story 1. They had Woody like a villain, pretty much. They had Woody very sarcastic and very mean-spirited and jerk-like. And even a point where Tom Hanks was not wanting to do Woody because of how Pixar originally had Woody's character. So they had to rewrite Woody's character, where Tom Hanks actually decided, or actually approved on doing Woody's voice. I can't remember what it's called, but it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I know what it is. I saw it before. They released it on YouTube, or people have released that whole early, like, version of Toy Story online. I mean, if they would have stuck to that Woody, you know, that would have been very mean and stuff. I feel like we may have never gotten a 2, 3, 4, and heck, even a 5th movie if they would have stuck with that design, or that concept. But seriously, what is that original pitch called? I know I've seen it on YouTube before. Seriously, what is it called? I've seen it before, just can't remember what it's called. I can't seem to find it. I can't find it right now, but try. I would let y'all try to find it, because I just can't remember what it's called. But it's on YouTube. I know I've seen it on YouTube before. Or you find it on the internet somewhere. Because I just can't find it anywhere. You're gonna have to help me out. And remember when Toy Story 2 almost got deleted, though? Right? Because, again, Toy Story 2, Pixar almost lost Toy Story 2 after they made it. Remember that whole almost, where they almost lost Toy Story 2? The story where Pixar almost lost the whole movie? I know probably almost everybody's heard of that, where they almost lost Toy Story 2 until somebody actually found a copy and they saved the movie. They managed to save Toy Story 2 before it was lost forever. Because they would have had to redone everything again if that one employee that managed to save Toy Story 2 from being lost and having to be remade, right? Because it was an employee that managed to save Toy Story 2 before it was gone forever. Because that would have been terrible, too. All that work, and that one employee managed to save the day and save the movie from save the movie from being lost. But I'm sure that everybody's heard of that. Heard of that though, right? I'm sure everybody has heard of that because yeah, it's crazy though. And it's just crazy to think that too, that Toy Story 2 was almost lost. You know, obviously the Toy Story 2 that we got. Like, Toy Story 2 almost became lost.
Another victory for the Beavers.
Yes. The person that found the backups of saved the file when most of the files were accidentally deleted before the movie's release. When it came to Toy Story 2. But thankfully, that employee managed to find a backup and managed to get the files of the movie before when all the other files were accidentally deleted before the movie got released. Again, that's crazy though. Back in 1998 when Toy Story 2 was in production. Oh right, yeah, it was in production. At least, it was in production, not about to release. I mean, I'm sure it was probably close, but production. All work up to the point was lost because command of Pixar's servers. The new web reported was something on something leave working from home and had a backup copy of the file or the film on her personal computer, according to the person that managed to find, obviously the person that found them, managed to save it. Apparently, from what I also saw too, Pixar got rid of the person, or let go of the person that actually saved the movie. Which that sucks too. Just think of firing or letting go of somebody that managed to save the film that you helped work on, right? Just think of that, though. Still, though, a really crazy story that behind Toy Story 2. Which a lot of people consider that one of the greatest sequels. Which, yeah, it's a good one, I can say. I do like Toy Story 2. I like the idea of Al's Toy Barn and having Stinky Pete as the villain. Or Stinky Pete, aka the Prospector. And introducing Jessie and Bullseye, too. And having two Buzzes and Zurg. Right, having Zurg in the movie. And just the idea of like Al actually taking Woody and Buzz and the gang have to rescue Woody. It's also sad too. Almost every Pixar movie you watch is sad, right? Every Disney Pixar movie you watch is sad. Because that's what they're good at. Making good movies like these that would make you feel emotional. that's what Pixar is good at, right? And I can just tell you that I can definitely say Inside Out 2 is definitely gonna, just from the trailers itself, I can just say that it's probably gonna every make the people that are who's gonna be watching it cry. I remember trying not to cry when I saw the first one in theaters. Right? Especially with Bing Bong. Right? I'm sure everybody had that feeling when it came to Bing Bong. Seeing Bing Bong's death for the first time. So I'm sure definitely that the second movie in June is gonna be emotional too. I wouldn't probably say I don't know if I would say maybe as emotional than the first movie, but you know they could make it more emotional than this first movie. You never know. Inside Out 2 could be more emotional than the first movie. You never know. But it's definitely gonna be a movie I want to watch in theaters. I want to see it in the theaters. Inside Out 2 is definitely gonna be a movie I want to watch in the cinemas. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on that. Same thing goes with Despicable Me 4. I also want to see Despicable Me 4 in theaters when it comes out in July. Again, Despicable Me 4 in July, Inside Out 2 in June. Pretty much a month apart from each other. And also, the Garfield movie, you know, with Chris Pratt, is next month. I think it's Memorial Day. It's coming out. I know it's in May. The movie's coming out in May. Which I know a lot of people are still not sure what to say about Chris Pratt doing Garfield. I think it's going to be pretty funny, though. Because he was good as Mario, right? Chris Pratt was good as Mario. So, I'm sure he's going to do good with Garfield. And, think about it. On the Minecraft movie, Jack Black is playing Steve. Right? Jack Black is playing Steve. And it is said Jack Black is going to be singing in the movie. Right? Jack Black is going to be singing in the movie. Because, again, he's going to be playing Steve. So Steve, aka Jack Black, will be singing in the movie. I'm sure Jack Black is going to be very funny as Steve. And I feel like he's going to fit the role. Because, again, he did fit Bowser. Jack Black definitely managed to fit Bowser in the Mario movie. Nobody could have done Bowser better than Jack Black. So I'm sure he's going to do really good with Steve in the Minecraft movie next year. Not sure who Jason Momoa is going to play. Because I know originally we thought he was going to play Steve, but now it's going to be Jack Black playing Steve. I'm not sure who Jason Momoa is going to play. So now we have Poe, aka Bowser, in the Minecraft movie, and we have Aquaman himself also in the Minecraft movie. So, and I can guarantee you, I am definitely gonna want to go and see the Minecraft movie in theaters, without a doubt. I am definitely gonna want to go and see the movie in theaters when it comes out. And again, it's gonna be live action too. It's gonna be live action. we're going to be seeing the Minecraft world in live action. That's still crazy to think about, though. The Minecraft movie being live action. I just hope it doesn't get delayed again. I hope that 2025, next year, the release date we do have now for April of 2025 is the actual permanent date. I just hope it doesn't get delayed again, like the many times it was delayed before. Let's just hope that it doesn't get delayed again. I just really hope it doesn't get delayed again. I was actually kind of torn on choosing either Rocco for this week's edition or the Angry Beavers. But I thought Angry Beavers. Just because also I never knew that Angry Beavers were actually Nickelodeon. Or was a Nickelodeon show. Because I only heard of Angry Beavers when All-Star Brawl 2 came out. That's when I first, I'm pretty sure that's when I first heard of the Angry Beavers, was from when this game came out. Because I never knew, I don't think I ever knew about, or heard of Angry Beavers until this game came out. I'm not sure when the next DLC character for All-Star Brawl 2 is coming out. Yeah, that'll conclude this one. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure one notification turn on if you miss anything new. I'd like to know what y'all think. Until the next one.